Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Just a couple of finished projects. I did the gluing and wanted to show you what the finished projects look like after they're done. This is that fire poker I did for my son Lawson. I am so pleased with how that turned out. It's probably one of the best I've ever done. That piece of antler perfectly fits that project. The poker itself turned out really nice. The twist seemed to just go exactly to plan. Twists for me are a bit of a hit and miss. They sometimes work, they sometimes don't. I'd go with the roll with them. I love doing twists. I love putting them in, but the execution of them sometimes just doesn't work out. So yeah, it everything has to everything has to be right. So you have to have the heat right. When you're doing it, you have to know what you're doing when you're doing it to get them to look right and do the amount of twists you want. It's really hard to get it exactly how you want it and to get everything even and straight and doing it. And it's timed, because once you lose the heat, you really only get one good job at it. And once it starts cooling down, you can't keep bending it, because you either break it, snap it, or it just stops working the way you want it to do it. So you just got to get into it, do it, and hopefully you get it done in the one hit. So yeah, this one worked out really well. The orientation is really good. It's in straight. Everything worked out really well. The point turned out really nice. I'm glad I cleaned it up on the 72, so the point turned out really well. It glued in really nice. The antler's been barked up a bit. Looks like I've hit it with the saw a few times or something, or it could be just where he was rubbing it on trees or something. I don't know, but it seems to fit in the hand really well. It turned out really nice. I put a bit of a thing so you can hang it up on a wall or hang it so it hangs there. The O came in pretty good. Almost got it so that you can see the whole thing. Yeah, it's made out of mild steel, 10 mil. I want to say 10 mil. I think it's 10 mil, 3/8. So yeah, it will rust, but I think Lawson will give it a bit of a clear coat, and I think you'll like it. So yeah, he did see it the other day, but I hadn't drilled it and glued it, so it's been all epoxied, so it's not coming out now. Yeah, he would well and truly be able to do something like that, but now that he's working full time and got a girlfriend and everything, he just doesn't get the chance to do it. This, I glued it in, a little bit of a dog's breakfast there, but I put sticky masking tape all over it. But yeah, this bog oak, oh mate, it's hard. It's amazing gear. It's tough as old boots. But I drilled it and everything, but I sort of drilled, one of the holes was slightly off, so I couldn't get it in the right hole, so I had to drill it out bigger, which was a bit of a debacle. But anyway, I got it in there and it's all glued up. It's not coming out, and I've got a bit of glue all over the joint. But yeah, turned out all right. Looks like it's almost in the center. It's not really in the center. It's a little bit off playing this way. But yeah, I think this bog oak's going to turn out nice as far as when I put linseed oil all over it. I don't know how I'm going to clean all this up because it doesn't sand very well from what I can see. I'm going to take it over and just clean up the edges on the 72. I'll see what happens with that. It's got a bit of a chip out there. It's a bit of an organic thing, I think. I think I'm just going to treat it a bit organic. That Wiltshire file just sparks. It is really nice. Very happy with it. I had to find something to do with the bog oak. It was marketed as a handle scale, but I am no knife maker. So I have got one piece left for Lawson to make. He's got a big chopper that he took out to the block the other day, and the handle scales came off it, and so he's going to put bog oak. I think he's going to put bog oak handle scales on it. Which will look really nice. Landing all over it. Nice. Certainly works. This stuff's apparently 6,000 years old, about. And yeah, it's hard. It's a hard wood. It's gone solid. Very hard to drill. Yeah, it's an interesting wood. Beautiful colour. It's black. But yeah, I like these builds with the wood. I like wooden antler. I don't really like working with wooden antler. It's terrible stuff to work with. I like metal, more forgiving, but it adds a bit of class to the build. That's what I like about it. And the only reason I did this is because I bought this bog oak, and because I've got 4 of these now, and I've got a heap of antler builds. I don't need any more. I don't need any more strikers either, but it is what it is. I've got a bit of a problem with collecting things, but you can never have too many, as far as I'm concerned, strikers. But yeah, I wanted to see what this is, what it'd look like with a striker in it. Now I'll clean the ends up on the 72, maybe round them off a bit, then give it a good dose of linseed oil, and I think it'll just go jet black. Like, it'll just make it go black. It doesn't need to be treated because it's been sitting in a bog for thousands of years, so it won't. It's all already been treated naturally. So yeah. But anyway, I wanted to show you those. Yeah, turned out really well. This turned out better than expected, and it yeah, it'll be an heirloom piece for him, I think. So yeah. But anyway, I'll give it to him. He's coming home on Sunday, staying over at his girlfriend's place. So yeah, he'll be home on Sunday, tomorrow. Very happy with that. But it's all straight. It even went straight in on in the handle. Got the O there on the side. I made sure it was orientated that way. All the twists seem to just work that way and everything. Yeah. Pointer. I didn't want to do the normal poker had that kick out. This one's just a normal fire poker. So yeah, just poking things around. So yeah. Anyway, wanted to share that. Finished projects. I always like to finish these off and then show you. I didn't get a chance to do the S hooks. I'm going to Y-wheel them today, and I'll spray them, but I won't show you them. They're just S hooks. they're not just S hooks, but they're S hooks are pretty plain stuff. I'll get them done and send them over to my sister, but I'm not going to do that until I have my I'll do the snail the next time I go over to Andrew's place, and then I'll give them to her because that was for her birthday. She wanted something that I forged. I hadn't forged anything for her for her birthday, so I hadn't forged anything for her yet. So she requested those items. So yeah. Anyway, I don't mind doing things for family and friends for forging, but yeah, it's interesting when you meet new people or whatever, you say you're a blacksmith, the first thing out of their mouth is, "Oh, can you do this for me?" And I was like, "Oh, you sort of." I only have a limited amount of time as far as I don't mind doing it for family and friends, but yeah, people they end up they don't realise that you only have a limited amount of time there, and all of a sudden you've got 12 months worth of requests for things. Yeah, I don't like saying no, so yeah. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching.